पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Let us enter into the sutra. Kurvanneveha karmani जिजीविषेत् सदग्नो समाः एवं त्वयिनान्यदेतोऽस्ति कर्म लिप्यते नरे न कर्म लिप्यते नरे। For a person like you who desires to live 100 years, involved in these activities in the world and believing that I am the doer, there is no other path than this, the path of living without being smeared by your doing. I told you the sutra gives key for 3 kinds of personalities. Now we are supposed to enter into the 3rd kind of personality, the being. Believing that I am the doer. Understand, every word has got a meaning. Believing that I am the doer, not really feeling that I am the doer. All of us believe that I am the doer. Understand, the Upanishad Rishis are very clearly they are telling, believing that I am the doer. That is why you cannot even stop a sneezing. Can any one of you stop even a sneezing? But you think you are doing everything. You can't stop even a sneezing. Can you think that you are doing everything? No. You believe that you do everything. Believing that I am the doer. The person who are being level oriented, how this key should be handled. Today morning I was telling you, the word, the path of living without being smeared has to be interpreted for all these 3 different persons. The key has to be customized. The key, the path of living without being smeared, is the master key. This has to be customized for all the 3 levels. The other 2 already I have customized and gave you. Now the 3rd, being level. So nicely, the very way they are putting itself, the Upanishad Rishis are told, they declared very clearly, you only believe that I am the doer. You are not actually the doer. The very word says, when you say, you believe that you are the doer, means what? You are not actually the doer. Do you need to believe what exists? Do all of you need to believe that here is Himalaya? Do you believe that here is Himalaya? No, you don't have to believe. It is there. It's the truth. What exists, you don't need to believe. If something is existing, there is no need for your belief. If it is not existing, only then you need belief. The Upanishad Sutra says, believing that I am the doer means what? You are not the doer. The wrong idea, the wrong belief that I am the doer is what is the basic trouble. Let me explain how the key is to be used if you are energy oriented. If you have the idea that I am the doer in your life, how the key has to be handled. I tell you, the worst hell which can happen to any human being is only one thing, that I am the doer idea. If that I am the doer idea is lost, wherever you are in heaven. If that I am the doer idea is there, wherever you are in hell. The hell and heaven, the only one scale to find out whether you are in hell or heaven. As long as you have that idea, I am the doer, how much you may have, wherever you may live, whatever you may have, you will continue to suffer. If you are enjoying, again there will be suffering. That when you are having that idea, I am the doer, even in your enjoyment, you will think, oh, how long it will last long. It will end up sometime. That idea of the fear that will end up will rise in you. And if you are not enjoying, again the desire to enjoy. As long as you have the idea that I am the doer, desire to enjoy, and when you are enjoying also, two types of things will happen. When you are enjoying, either you will have a more desire, oh it will end up, what will happen, it will not last long, that problem. Or the guilt, oh I am doing something wrong. So whenever you are enjoying, you will have the two problems. Either you will have a more greed or the guilt. If you are not enjoying, the deep pull or the hangover. As long as the idea I am the doer exists, you continue to suffer. Either you enjoy or you are not enjoying. In both way, you continue to suffer. As long as the idea I am the doer is there. Now I wanted to give you a deeper level of, I can say, an understanding or a wisdom. There is a Upanishad called Mahanarayana Upanishad. In that Upanishad, there is a mantra which means, O Lord, whatever mistakes done by the kama, by the desire, is not done by me. The lust has done it. The lust inside me has done it. Whatever mistakes done by the kopa or the anger, which is done by me, is not done by me. It is the anger energy which has done it. See, you need to understand the sloka very deeply, because it is going to give you a deep, subtle understanding which can transform your life. Understand this one thing, the very understanding can transform, because this is the key where we all miss the life. This is I can say this is a turning point. This is supposed to be a turning point. Understand? The Upanishad says, whatever mistakes done by me out of kama is not done by me. The kama has done it. Whatever mistakes done by me in the kopa, in the anger, is not done by me. The kopa, anger has done it. Thousands of years ago, what Upanishad Rishis have declared, just the other day, just few years ago, scientists have proved. They say there is a portion in your mind which works, which gets aggravated when you are in anger. They try to insert an electrode. And by controlling the electrode, they are able to make a man totally angerless. Understand? Just they inserted an electrode, and by controlling that electrode, they are able to make a man totally angerless, totally calm, cool, just like a Buddha. And the same way, they are able to insert an electrode and make a man totally sexless. Totally sexless. The beautiful research, you should understand this research. Once they finish this research, they called whomsoever wants to become angerless, they can come and have the operation. It seems 100 wives have brought their husbands. 100 wives have brought their husbands. The story goes beautifully. It's actually happened thing. 100 wives have brought their husbands. And husbands also agreed to undergo the operation. They did an operation, inserted the electrode and controlled the anger. Things went on well. They sent the husbands back. After 60 days, they are supposed to come for the checkup. After the 60th day, after 60 days when the people came, 80 wives wanted the electrodes to be removed. They say the life is becoming useless. Actually, really, it has happened incident. 80 wives, they are telling, no, life is becoming useless, please remove the electrode. It is enough. He has become so calm that we cannot live with him. Anyhow, the incident proves, the research proves, whatever happens in you is nothing but the expressions of the hormones which is created in your body. Understand? If they can create a certain hormone, you behave sexually. If they create certain hormone, you behave with anger. It is nothing but your hormones, your chemicals. All your activities are reduced just to the chemicals. And one more small experiment on the same line. The same group of scientists, they found out in the rat's brain which is related to sexual orgasm. They inserted a small electrode into that portion and trained the rat to switch on and switch off that electrode. Actually, they inserted the electrode and trained that very rat how to switch it on and switch it off. They trained, and after once they trained the rat, they started the experiment. They inserted the electrode, connected it, and told put that rat near the switch. The moment the rat presses the switch, it gets the orgasmic feeling, and the moment it leaves, again it comes down to normal position. Again and again the orgasmic feeling happens as long as the rat touches the button or switch. You will be shocked to know in 24 hours that rat pressed that switch 5,000 times until it totally got collapsed and fallen. The rat continued to press, which shows all our activity, all our desires, all our movements are nothing but the movements of the hormones. See, it is just the joy of the hormone which the rat needs. That is the reason the rat went on pressing the switch. The whole thing, the whole research has proved what Upanishad Rishis have told. Upanishad Rishis declare, whatever happens in you is not because of you. Understand, you believe you are a doer. You again and again believe you are the doer, but you are not the doer. If you are the doer, you must be able to control. You must be able to control. When you are not able to control, what it means? You are not the doer. Something else guides you. Something else manages you. Something else is the doer. First thing, understand you are not the doer. Second thing, look into who is the doer. Look who is the doer. First thing, understand you are not the doer. If you are the doer, how will you do the same mistake again? But we are continuously doing the same mistake. If you are the doer, will you do the same mistake again and again? No. But whatever you think as a mistake, without missing, you do it. If you decide something is a mistake, without missing it, you do it. Either in the daytime or in the dream time. If you don't do it in the physical body, immediately you supposed to do it in the dream body. Either here or there, it is sure that you will do. If you go for fasting 3 days, in the dream you will have a good food. If you don't do in this body, you do it in the dream body. Some way you do it. If you are the doer, how can you do which you don't want to do? Understand what Upanishad Rishis declare, and what the science research proves. Both says the same thing. You are not the doer. All your actions, all your activities are nothing but the movements of the hormones. They are nothing but the expressions of the hormones. First, understand you are not the doer. Next, let us see who is the doer. This is a great technique. J. Krishnamurti says, whenever any emotion raises in you, either sex or anger, don't bother about the emotion. Don't try to suppress that emotion. Don't try to follow that emotion. Now, if any emotion raises in you, what do you do? Either you suppress or you go behind it. Either you allow your body to be moved behind that emotion or you suppress that emotion. He says a beautiful technique, exactly the sutra. This sutra is translated and put it in a very beautiful way. Understand, when any emotion rises in you, look what is happening there. Look what is happening. Nothing else, just look what is happening. First thing, understand you are not the doer. Only the hormones are the doers. Now you cannot even say hormones are the doers. You are not the doer, understand that. Then when anything happens, any emotion raises, when any emotion just pulls you to act as it wants, look who is the doer. Krishnamurti says, only once, if you allow your whole anger to come up, and if you don't move your body according to the anger, if you don't cooperate with that emotion, you will go beyond that emotion. This is a master key. Please understand. The master key which Isavasya Upanishad gives for the people who are living in the being level, who are living in the being level. Only once any emotion, if it is led to rise in your being totally, and if your body is not following it, if your body is not cooperating with it, only once. If it is anger, let your anger come to the peak, but let your body not follow it. Your body should not act according to the anger. You should not shout, you should not go behind the anger, you should not do what the anger asks you to do. Let the emotion rise totally, but let you be witness. The same way in sex, let the emotion rise totally, but let you be just a witness in the fear. Just today evening, someone of our devotees was asking, Swamiji, when we are traveling in the Ghat road, we get so much of fear. How is it going to help me in my life? Two things. If you don't use that fear, it will become a emotional turmoil in you. It's a beautiful chance, use that fear. It is beautiful chance, use that fear. It is very difficult to get so much of fear. Because in your house you cannot get so much of fear. Always your unconscious mind will be there to support you. Even if you try to imagine fear, you see, all of you have done death meditation in ASP. Even if you visualize, what will happen? There will be a small mind, unconscious mind, which is telling, oh, I am not going to die, nothing wrong will happen. This Swami may tell anything, nothing is going to happen. Let me just sit. There will be some portion of your mind which will not support the fear. Now, your unconscious mind cannot work. Fear is there. Just it is there. Go deep into it. Let your body not move along with the fear. Let your being not be shaken by the fear. Let the fear be raised to its peak. Just be a witness. Go into that fear. Because of that fear, you see, acting according to the fear means you will avoid the journey. Don't do that. Then it means you have gone, you acted as the fear wants. It means you have decided you are the doer. No. Don't act according to the fear. Just let the fear, whole fear raise in you. Watch it. Go into it. See. Let all the fear come. All right, now fear is coming. Think something may happen. What can I do? What can be done? Nothing can be done. Can anything be done? Nothing can be done. Tell me, what can be done? There is nothing can be done. Just go into that fear. Go into that fear as deeply as possible. You will see, you will use this same situation as an opportunity to enter into the meditation. Two things. Either you can make the same situation as an emotional turmoil, or you can make the same situation as a technique to center your being. You can use it in either way. Either it can become an emotional turmoil for you, or it can become a method to center your being. Understand? Go into the fear. Any emotion, anger, sex or fear, let the emotion rise in you totally. Let your whole being be filled with that emotion. But just see the whole thing. Neither go behind the emotion, nor try to suppress the emotion. Now, with the fear, for example, either you will start listening some songs, or you will start talking to the next person, or you will close your eyes. Whatever you may do, can fear disappear? It is there, making fun of you, laughing at you. The more you turn your face, the more it comes towards you. Am I right? The more you turn your face this side, again Ganga flows. If you turn your face this side, Ganga turns this side. If you turn your face that side, Himalayas are that side. So turning your face is not going to help. If you turn your face, you are trying to suppress your fear. Please don't do that. It's an ultimate opportunity. Wonderful technique. Beautiful method to go into the fear. Let your being be centered. Let you penetrate the fear layer. And one more thing, when the fear comes, you can see very clearly in the Swadhisthana only, there will be tightness. You will be holding your Swadhisthana. Whenever fear raises, your Swadhisthana will have a tightness, uneasy feeling, stress. So relax and feel that Swadhisthana area. Swadhisthana means below the navel center. Feel the Swadhisthana area. Relax and just go into the fear. All right, now fear is rising. What can be done? What can be done? Nothing can be done. You have come, you cannot go back. Now going back is also same journey. Tell me, going back is also same journey. Can any of you just fly to your city? No. Going back is also same journey. How many kilometers you have come? The same amount of kilometers you are supposed to go back. Now nothing can be done. He has already brought and put us in Kedarnath and telling all these things. If he has told all these things in Rishikesh, he would have escaped. But he is not telling all these things in the Rishikesh. He has already brought to the Kedarnath. Now he is telling nothing can be done. So what can be done? Nothing can be done. Just go into the fear. You see, it's a wonderful opportunity. Your unconscious cannot cheat you.